In the fog-drenched hills of Northern California, between lovers' lanes and newspaper offices, the Zodiac Killer left behind more than just victims. He left behind a myth, one that has haunted America for over half a century. His murders were cruel, his letters taunting, his ciphers obsessively cryptic. And while other killers faded into the yellowing pages of cold case files, the Zodiac remained something else, a phantom dressed in riddles. It began quietly. Like many legends do, the date was December 20th, 1968. The place Lake Herman Road, Benicia, California. Teen sweethearts David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen had gone out for what was supposed to be an ordinary night, a drive, some music, kisses under the stars. But their car was found riddled with bullets, parked along a gravel turnout. David had been shot once in the head. Betty Lou tried to run, but the killer gunned her down from behind. 10 bullets fired, no witnesses, no suspects, no motive. The following summer, he struck again. July 4th, 1969. Fireworks lit the sky over Vallejo. But in the shadows of Blue Rock Springs Park, 22-year-old Darlene Farron and 19-year-old Mike Mago sat in a parked car. Just past midnight, another vehicle pulled up behind them. A man stepped out with a flashlight hand, then a 9mm Luger. He fired 9 rounds into the car. Darlene died. Mike survived. Just 40 minutes later, the Vallejo Police Department received a chilling call. The voice on the line was calm, unhurried. "I want to report a double murder. If you will go 1 mile east, you will find kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Luger. I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye." The police traced the call to a payphone, just blocks from the station. By August, 3 letters arrived at local newspapers: the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald. Each envelope bore the same message: proof that he was responsible for both murders. But what gripped the nation was what came next. Each letter contained a cipher, 3 different coded puzzles, 408 characters in total, using strange symbols, circles, triangles, backward letters. He demanded they be printed on the front page, or more people would die. This was the birth of the Zodiac. The killer signed his letters with a cryptic symbol, a circle with a cross through a tand, a new name: Zodiac. It wasn't just a label, it was a brand, a persona. He wasn't hiding anymore. He wanted to be feared, and America was listening. Days turned into weeks. The public was glued to newspapers. Amateur codebreakers tried and failed to crack the cipher. Police departments across California were flooded with tips, sightings, and dead ends. Then, on August 8th, 1969, a schoolteacher and his wife from Salinas finally broke the first cipher. It read, "I like killing people because I tear is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all." There was no name, there's no signature, there's no confession. Just a declaration of evil. The Zodiac struck again that fall. September 27th, 1969, Lake Berryessa. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were enjoying a quiet afternoon on the lakeshore when a man emerged from the trees. He wore a black hood with a white crosshair symbol, a chilling costume for a monster. He tied them up, stabbed them repeatedly, then hiked back to Brian's car and drew his symbol on the door along with the dates of his previous murders. Brian survived. Cecilia died 2 days later. Less than 2 weeks after, the Zodiac claimed another life. October 11th, 1969, San Francisco. Cab driver Paul Stein was shot in the head at point-blank range in the upscale neighborhood of Presidio Heights. The killer took Paul's wallet and tore a piece of his blood-soaked shirt, which he would later mail to the Chronicle as proof. Police arrived within minutes. They even stopped a man walking nearby, stocky, late 30s. But due to a dispatcher's error, they were told to look for a black suspect. So they let the real Zodiac walk away. From then on, the Zodiac went quiet on the streets, but louder than ever in the press. Over the next several years, he sent more letters, some taunting, others philosophical. One read, "This is the Zodiac speaking. School children make nice targets." Another threatened to blow up a school bus. He included more ciphers. One of them, known as the Z340, remained unsolved for 51 years, till 2020. In it, the Zodiac wrote, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." But for all his words, his name never appeared. The ultimate puzzle remained unsolved. Who was the Zodiac Killer? The suspect list over the years has ballooned to over 2,500 names. One of the most infamous was Arthur Lee Allen, disgraced schoolteacher who was known for violent outbursts, disturbing obsessions, and owning a watch-branded Zodiac. He matched several witness descriptions and lived near the first crime scenes. But despite years of investigation, handwriting analysis, and even a 1991 raid of his home, there was no physical evidence linking Allen to the murders. He died in 1992, still denying involvement. Other suspects surfaced: Gary Post, Richard Gaikowski, even Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, but each fell apart under scrutiny. DNA testing offered hope, but the evidence was too degraded or partial. No match ever stuck. Still, modern cryptologists, journalists, and amateur sleuths haven't given up. In 2021, an independent team of cold case investigators, known as the Codebreakers, claimed the Zodiac was Gary Post, a deceased house painter with a criminal past. They cited facial scars, matching police sketches, and hidden messages in the ciphers spelling out his name. But the FBI dismissed the claim, stating the Zodiac case remains open and unsolved today. The Zodiac's confirmed kill count stands at 5. But in his own letters, he claimed 37 victims. Some believe he exaggerated. Others think there are bodies that were never found or never connected. The legacy of the Zodiac Killer is not just in the brutality of his crimes, but in the terror he engineered. He was one of the first murderers to use the media as a weapon. To treat killing like performance art, he anticipated the age of true crime celebrity and became a dark blueprint for those who followed. Even now, his ciphers are studied in university cryptography courses. His symbol is etched into pop culture. Films, novels, documentaries, entire Reddit threads. He's everywhere. And yet, nowhere. More than 5 decades have passed. Victims' families have aged. Investigators have retired. The letters are yellowed, archived. The cipher keys are digital now, run through AI systems and modern code-breaking software. But the question lingers heavier than ever. Who was he? How did a man so loud, so arrogant, so obsessed with recognition, vanish into silence without ever being caught? Did he die, change his identity, move across the country and start over? Or did he simply get tired? Maybe he's still alive, sitting in a small town, watching documentaries about himself, laughing, and maybe, just maybe, another letter is still out there, waiting unopened. If you're captivated by the mystery of the Zodiac Killer, you're not alone. Every year, new eyes and new minds take up the puzzle. Could you be the one to crack the next cipher? Could a forgotten fingerprint or overlooked clue finally bring closure to one of America's greatest criminal mysteries? Subscribe for more deep dive breakdowns of unsolved crimes, chilling killers, and the stories that refuse to stay buried. And remember, sometimes the scariest monsters don't hide in the shadows. They write letters. They sign them with a crosshair.